Hi, you guys. Alicia Ramos here, and I teach people how to become their best and highest self. So, I also specialize in codependency and relationships. And one of the most common ideas about relationships is the majority of my clients have already seen therapists prior to me. So, whether it's a psychiatrist, a psychologist, other healing practitioners, they've seen other people, they have done that inner work. And when they do that, sometimes they get into relationships, yet they have an underlying story or belief that they're unworthy of a relationship or that it's safer for them to be alone. And this often comes from that ego state, and that's the subconscious mind saying that relationships are toxic. And in order for us to keep you safe, we have to be alone. And a lot of the times people, they continue to be alone because it's safer for them. It's something that they know, it's something that's familiar. And so I had a client recently tell me that they would rather end their relationship and be alone than continue the relationship. But what they don't realize is that they have a lot of ideas, beliefs, and karma that they are not allowing themselves to accept and clear up. So one of the great things about relationships is that it allows us to accelerate, to move, to grow faster at the speed of actually knowing ourselves and being our best and highest self. So you can do all the work on your own. You can clear all that shit up and think that you're okay, that you're healed, that you got your shit together. But enter into a relationship, that will trigger the fuck out of you. That's going to bring up all these ideas, all these beliefs that you thought you worked on by yourself. It's going to bring it up, and you're going to be like, you're going to drive yourself crazy. Because they are giving you exactly what you need. They are your reflection. They're your perfect reflection that you need to see mirrored back to you. So all of your ideas about yourself, all your ideas that you have repressed, that you have hidden, that you have kept, the greatest thing about relationship is it shows you what you need to work on. It gives you the opportunity. And if you do not work on yourself when it comes to a relationship, guess what? The next relationship you get in, you're going to see the exact same thing. Sometimes even worse. Sometimes better, sometimes worse, depending on what you learned in the past relationship. And each time, it's going to allow you to move closer and closer to yourself. So one of the things is we have these subconscious beliefs about ourselves that are formed from 0 to 8 years old. And this is part of our karma. This is also the beliefs, the experience that we've seen growing up. We see our parents' experiences, their behaviors, their thoughts about relationships, their thoughts about themselves. We absorbed it, we picked it up, and now we are implementing. Sometimes we do the opposite, sometimes we do the exact same thing. So we have all of these different experiences, and the majority of the time, if we see toxicity, we'll experience toxicity. If we see worth, we'll see worth, right? And the majority of the time, if you believe you're worthy, you're not going to be watching this shit. But when we allow ourselves to get into a relationship, we're going to experience certain ideas. We're going to allow ourselves to clear the karma. And it's going to allow us to accelerate 100 times faster than doing work on our own. So that's the most important thing about relationships. It is just a mere reflection, and it's giving us opportunities to see fears, triggers, beliefs that we couldn't see by ourselves. Because you can do all the work, go to a therapist, and then when you get into a relationship, it's like boom, 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 boom. Now you have to dodge all these things, or you could just face it and say like, okay, I still have this, I need to work on, and that gives you the opportunity to improve it. So it's not for you to move away from, because if you move away from it and you run away, it's only going to come up in your next relationship. And that's why a lot of people would rather be alone than be in a relationship, because relationships allow you the opportunity to heal yourself, to heal the karma, to forgive yourself, to have compassion for yourself and also your partner. So when it comes comes to relationships, look at that as an opportunity. It's giving you a chance to be more of yourself. And as you clear out and you allow yourself to have compassion, allow your partner to have compassion, you grow and they grow, and it becomes this loving foundation. And one of the key things is that vulnerability aspect. A lot of times when it comes to relationships, they are so scared of being vulnerable. But it's that vulnerability that connects us, that allows us to feel that authenticity, to feel safe, to feel close. But when we're told that it's unsafe to be vulnerable, that we're going to get rejected, then we know we need to work on something, because that's a bunch of crap. It should be safe for us to always be vulnerable, and that our partner is safe to be vulnerable, because that's going to give us the foundation to trust, to feel safe, to be accepted, to feel loved. So know that when you are in a relationship, it gives you the opportunity to be more of yourself. It allows you to accept yourself, to be vulnerable, to be loved, to feel all this worth that you are worthy and deserving of. So if you like this video, I want you to go ahead, comment below, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.